Right, good afternoon and good morning and good evening, wherever you are in the world, people. This is the C12 weekly call where I update you on happenings on the C12 platform and get some feedback from you as well. Firstly, we're going to talk about security. There was a security breach on a few of our team's profiles. Now, we did trace back a few of these profiles where people actually registered on other platforms with the same usernames and the same password as on C12. That is not a good move to do. You can't use the same username and the same password on every platform that you join. We don't have anything against you joining other platforms. I'm also on quite a few platforms, but I spend most of my time currently on C12 because of a very few select reasons. The first reason is the support we get from the support system. Support is fast. They tell you you're going to wait 24 hours or they resolve it immediately. Once they work on something, they fix it and they get it repaired. They get it repaired and whatever the issue is. With the profiles that was compromised yesterday, they acted fast. They canceled the withdrawals. We did trace, like I said, a few of those profiles back to another platform where people could have used the same login details to get onto your C12 profile. So make sure that you use different usernames or at least a different password. Make a complex password. I said many times, get yourself a little book, write down your usernames and your password and the platform that you're on. We're not against you being on other platforms, but make sure that the ones that is working the best get preference with security issues. We did find one person this morning who we can't determine yet how people got into his profile. There was a 2FA activated on his profile. He could still log in. They can't withdraw the funds, but he can also then not withdraw. They removed the 2FA after a few hours and he can now operate normally. The support system is good. It's very good. That brings us to the group that is called currently, and I just opened a new group. There's a group called C12 Field of Dreams. I'm going to leave that group in a few hours. Yaku Conradi opened a new group for us called, I must find it now, C12 Dreams, where I'm the only admin. I will add you one by one into that group, one by one, all 500 and some odd people in the current group. I will add you in there one by one. You will send me a private message. I will add you. And if I can't add you, have a nice life. You will open your settings before you ask me to add you so that I can add you. If I can't see your phone number on your profile after I add you as a contact or after you added me as a contact, I'm not going to add you. I want to see your phone number on your profile. There's no reason to hide your phone number. My phone number is visible to the whole world. There's no reason why I need to hide my phone number. So that is concerning that private group that we've got for 500 and some odd people will be moved to the new group. I started moving a few people, then I realized it's time for the Zoom call. Then we've got an official group. There is only one single official group. I'm going to get the name now. C12.net -global chat read description. I'm going to see what I can copy from here. I'm going to paste it in the chat here so that you can see it. Daar is hy. C12.net -global chat read description. That is the only official group. They frequently post in there a lot of issues that may arise. They also frequently answer questions there. But this group has been cluttered by a lot of unnecessary questions. Why must new people ask when can they withdraw? Why must new people ask what is the minimum investment amount? Why must people ask what is the time frame for withdrawals? Whoever invited you, if you're a new person, is supposed to share that information with you. Apart from that, a lot of people don't read through the previous messages. They also don't go to the frequently asked questions, which is clearly marked on the website. Before you ask a question, go do your own research. It's only for your own good. Go read through the questions, go read through the answers. And most of the time, you'll find the answers there. Don't clutter that group. That group is specifically for technical issues. Also more specific for sign-up challenges. And now people start cluttering groups and say, well done, and whatever, unnecessary messages. Keep the chats uncluttered. Then we've got another group for testimonials. I think it's called testimonials. I'll have to go find it now. It moved quite far down. Let me see if I can find that one quickly. Okay, let's first go to the C12 Net Platform status reports and updates every Friday. I'm going to send you this name as well. Get yourself in this group. This is where they give us the status of the platform on Fridays usually. And then there's another one. I must just find it. Here we go. C12.net -client feedback and success stories, where they post a lot of videos of people doing reviews on specifically YouTube. My videos is also posted there. So get yourself in the right groups and make sure that it is the correct group. That is not one of, there is a fake groups going along somewhere. That is not the full name. It says feedbacks and success stories, but that's enough for you to go find that those groups. Make sure you're on the right groups and make sure that you communicate properly in the groups. Communication is important. People don't want to hear the same thing over and over. Yes, in our own group, your groups or your team growth is important for us. We like every team that is on Canadian 12 to grow. Once or twice a week, post your photo of your team total, of the amount of members, so people can say well done. But it's not necessary to post 16 replies on that. Just go to that little thingy and put a fire or a thumbs up or whatever. You don't have to do 17 posts after somebody posts a team photo. Keep the chats uncluttered, please. There's people that is going overboard, and we're going to very soon have some serious discussions with some of you who don't know how to behave on a group. Andrew has been very helpful in answering questions on the one official group and in our group. He's very knowledgeable about the system. We had long discussions about Canadian 12 and how to get these people on board. Remember, Andrew is responsible for the Seeds of Love group with a huge amount of people, which we decided we're going to bring in under the Seeds of Love profile. And once they can then be funded, they register. Andrew makes sure that the wallet is set up. He makes sure that they understand how to invest or withdraw and reinvest. Andrew puts in the first $50 for them, and they carry on their own. When the first 12 is filled, then we start with number 13, which will get an invite link from number 1. and number 14 will get an invite link from number 2. They've got nothing to do with each other. They're just part of the same big group. So they're not even close together. So it's fully legal to load them like that. If number 1 to 12 then get more people to invite, they can carry on their own speed, but they've got at least one invitee. When we get to number 24, we start with 25, who gets an invite link from 13. And I also committed to sponsor a few of Andrew's people in there. It's people who he's been assisting for a few years. They're very close to his heart, and we assisted them on other platforms before, and we are now going to assist them on Carnelian 12 as well. So those people will be built under Seeds of Love. Seeds of Love profile is not in Andrew's direct downline. I think Seeds of Love is about 4 or 5 levels down, so they're not connected to each other. He's not even managing the account himself, so there's nothing illegal about that. And another issue that popped up this week is profiles that log in from the same IP address. People, if you use the same IP address, there may be a valid reason for it. I've got a situation where Karina is in the area where I stay, where I work, in my own little place where I sleep every night. And she will pop in and say, can I quickly do my Carnelian 12? She works on the plot. She's sometimes 300-400 meters away from the house. And then she remembers she must still do Carnelian 12. She pops in and she logs in on my Wi-Fi. Mickey walks up here anything between 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock every day. And she doesn't have access on a phone on Carnelian 12, and she doesn't have a computer. So she uses my computer. I make coffee while she does that. So she's using my IP address. They're different people. If anybody wants to see them, I can put them on the Zoom call so you can see that it's actual people. That's how it works. Kana Foundation is managing themselves. I've got 2 profiles, but my own profile and Dusty's profile is so far removed that there's no chance that the one can benefit from the other. It happened this weekend that a group of people as a family went to a place for the weekend. They then started logging into Carnelian 12, and the system picked up the same IP address. Make sure that you can answer if there's any questions relating to that. You're not allowed to stack yourself. If you do want to take a second profile for yourself, take it from somebody else's link so that they're not connected. Yes, you can sign up your wife, but do not, am I going to say this again, do not tell me that you're signing up your wife, but you managing the profile. That is still stacking. You're managing both profiles. You will not do that. If you want to manage both profiles, although the one is on your wife's name and you managing it, then sign up under somebody else's link. Get a link in the group from somebody. We're all working together. Somewhere somebody's going to ask a link from you again. We're all working together to take everybody through to a situation where we're not controlled by the elite. That is what Carnelian 12 is about for me. Get yourself out from under oppression, but do it the right ways. Don't do stupid things. Do not do stupid things. Do not test the system. The system is developed, and we are in constant communication with the people, with the administrators. I had a question somewhere in the last few nights. What is the feedback from the group? And I'm going to ask you today, what feedback do you have that we can move through to the administrators so that they can know, is there anything they can improve, or is there anything they can streamline? There will always be issues. The growth has been exceptional in numbers, but not in money yet. Doesn't matter. We know that Carnelian 12 is going to be here for a long time, and we will operate it, and we will baby it. We will guard it like a little baby, because that is what it is. We will make it grow to something big by doing the right things, by following the right procedures, by listening to your group leaders, by following advice and guidance, and if need be, by following instructions. I'm at the point where I don't give guidance anymore. I'll tell you straight what to do. If you don't want to follow the instructions, it's to your own disadvantage. I know how to use compounding to the best benefit of everybody. It's sometimes a bit of a challenge, language-wise. English is not my first language. Afrikaans is also not my first language. I had to communicate with somebody who could only speak Afrikaans and English. And he misunderstood one of my words and he couldn't understand how can he now move to the next level. He's already at the point where he's investing $206 every day. What is the next step? And I said, well, the next step is to aim for 666. He misunderstood me and thought he must immediately have every day that amount available. It's going to take some time to get there. From 206, it will increase every day. But it's going to take a couple of weeks to get to the point of investing 666 every day. So make sure that you understand. If I answer something, Heidi one day said that I don't answer in essays. I just give a headline. Yes, I only give headlines. If it's not clear enough, ask again. Tell me you're not sure what I meant with my answer. I will get to your message eventually. I'm not that far behind. I think I'm just under 2,000 Telegram messages now. I'll get to your message somewhere along the line. If it's urgent, call me. I won't answer, but I will call you back shortly thereafter. Don't be scared to ask for assistance. And there's a lot of strong group leaders on here. Who's on here? Johan Buta is on here. Margareta is building a strong team. Lisa's got a huge team behind her. There's a lot of people here. Ilana knows how the system works. She can help. Miria, I think by now know what's going on. There's a few names here that I can see. David is on here. I think David is knowledgeable. If you're on this call, then you're supposed to know what's going on in life and with Canelian 12. If you don't know by now, then go watch more of my recordings. For the people that is not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, everything is sorted in playlists. I do once in a while make a new playlist. We're making now a new playlist for crypto training that Lisa is doing. She's going to do a few shorter videos for us, 3 to 4 to 5 minute videos, which we will put in a new playlist called New Crypto Training, specifically so that you know the Saturday calls that Lisa presents and the shorter videos can be found in one playlist. Canadian 12 will all stay in the same, so you know exactly where to find what recordings. A lot of people that is not subscribed find my videos on YouTube, all posted in some groups, and they go watch it. It's all good. I don't mind that who watch, because we're not saying anything wrong. We are keeping to the rules. Make sure that you do the same. I'm setting an example on any platform that I worked with before. How old it may be, I set an example of how it is supposed to be done. Every single platform that I've been on. So just follow the example. Right, that is roughly all that I've got to say for today. Make sure about your security. Make sure you've got a unique password. Enable your 2FA. Make sure you check your mails. If there's a warning coming through and it's not you that logged in, immediately report it and take action and speak to support so that they can fix your challenges. It's not rocket science, people. It's not rocket science. It's Canelian science, a little red stone that represents life. That is what Canelian is about. Right. Any questions? I'm going to give a few people a chance to say a few things, but before that, anybody got any specific questions? You can type it out, or you can ask it in an open call. Dylan, you had a question here. What platform? What do you mean with what platform? Dylan, are you typing? Dylan, a lot of platforms, unfortunately, don't last long. From our side, we test as much as we can. If it's risky, if it's got a higher risk than normal, I will warn you. But I said from the start, Canadian 12 impressed me with the openness of their support team, the open communication we had, the speed at which they actually resolve issues. Yes, sometimes right at the beginning, we waited 4 hours for a response. But then the response is that they fixed whatever the issue was. And that is why I've got so much respect and believe in Canadian 12. The way that they do the trading and they open with the answers, a lot of people ask stupid questions, but the answers that they give you is the truth. They tell you what they do. To maintain 3.66%, which is actually not that much on a 12-day cycle where you get 12% back, that gives you 44% profit. That is maintainable. I'm happy with that. I know a lot of people have been disappointed before, but I can tell you 90% of those people blindly followed their leaders instead of doing their own due diligence. I don't expect anybody to sign up on Canadian 12. I will give them all the available information first. I will send them all the videos that I made so far. I will show them my own experiences. If need to be, they can come sit here next to me and watch my screen, and I'll show them the withdrawals I made and how I do the reinvestments on a daily basis. I sometimes load 4 or 5 new contracts a day, depending on what funds come in from somewhere else. And that trust that we can have in the administration is what makes me believe that Canadian 12 is here for a long term. Okay, right, let's go through the chats here. Now, Dylan, another thing on if people don't believe, show them your profile. Show them your profile. That is the best evidence you can give to people. I sent to somebody this morning my screenshot that I took shortly after 7 of my own profile, where I did my withdrawals late yesterday, or somewhere between before 8 last night. I was without power today. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, without power. So I only managed to withdraw shortly before 8 instead of in the morning. So this morning I was standing on 80 some odd dollars available for withdrawal. I took a photo, and I took another photo at 12 o'clock, and I sent it to this guy. I said, this is 2 photos 4 hours apart. This is what my profile is currently doing. This is the type of coins I invested. So there is the TRX, there is the TRC20, there's the Bitcoin. I've got all 3 invested. I loaded Bitcoin as well. And I show that to people. I can show to people, this is what I make out of commission from my downline, and this is what I make each day from my contracts, from my investments. That is all the proof that you need. Right. Let's go to Sharon Skippers. If we register a second account under another link, must it be in the same email and username? No, new email, Sharon. It's a new email and a new username. Use another username. Like I use for Dusty. Dusty's got own email address and her own username. Everybody knows it's my cat. That's my second profile. Dusty can't operate a computer. That little paws may look little, but she can't operate the keyboard. She tries. She sometimes bugger up my whole computer because she tries to press a few buttons, which she can't because the feet is too big. She looks tiny, but Dusty is actually a 9-year-old cat who is very, very powerful. Right, Johan already answered that one as well. Thank you, Johan. Okay, Dylan says, yeah, I could tell straight away it's a good system and sustainable. Yeah, support is a very strong factor for me. The fact that we We in constant communication with them. Lester, the IP address. If your wife is managing her own profile and you're sharing the same Wi-Fi, and they do send you a message about the same IP address, then you just reply that you're living in the same house, your wife is managing her own profile. If need to be, tell them you'll put her next to you on a Zoom call or on a photo so they can see she's an actual living person. Where it is wrong is where people decided to register their wives as a second profile for themselves in order to get affiliate bonuses from the one profile. That is wrong to do. That is completely wrong. So if you are in the same house, there's different ways to do it. My IP address keep on changing because of my router. It changes every few minutes. I log in maybe 6 or 7 times on my own profile every day. Dusty's profile maybe twice. It's got a different IP address every time because my router resets. The routers that is on the plot where I stay in the main house, there's 2 routers, of which one also changed IP addresses. Then I've got somebody to my northern side, maybe 250 meters, who's also got a router that changes frequently. So if you do get a question from support, why is it the same IP address? Then you must in your heart know that you are not managing your wife's profile. It must be herself. If you are clear about that, nobody can do anything about the second profile. The second profile is not yours, it's then your wife's profile. But make sure that you speak the truth. Do not go lie to them. Do not go lie to them. If you run a profile on your wife's name, it means your wife must manage that profile, not you. And don't tell me you're going to assist her. Train her. She can do it on her own. They must do it on your own. Does that answer your question, Nesta? Right, I'll get to that answer now. Amanda, if they don't believe, then they are not ready to make a change. If they are open to opportunity, they will make the change. People, remember, every investment is a risk. How safe it may look, it's a risk. Do not put money in that you can't afford to lose. How much money did I start with on Canadian 12? I had only $30 available in my wallet, if I remember correctly. So that's the first investment I made. A couple hours later, I received money from somewhere and I moved those coins over as well. And then slowly over time, I built it up. My investment value isn't even high. I think I'm on $1,700 so far after more than 2 months, going on to 3 months. Because I also sponsor a lot from the money that I take out, that I withdraw. I also assist other people. I assisted a few people now recently, younger people, far down in the lineage, I think on level 15, with a few dollars each, just to get a start. They can then build their team on their own. So if people don't believe, it's up to them. You're not going to force anybody into an investment. Make sure they understand. Don't put in your food money. Use money that you can afford to lose. So far, I've showed somebody recently, I've put in the numbers of the money that I've invested. It starts with a 2-2, and the money I took out starts with a 5-5. So that's a 2-to-5 ratio. I'm covered. I'm covered more than enough with. So that's why I can willingly and with a song in my heart assist other people to get on board. If your downline don't have money, they registered, but they don't have money now to put in, talk to them. I'm willing to assist them, even if they're not flowing into my lineage. Doesn't matter. I'm here to help people. I'm not going to give money away. I'm not going to give thousands away, but I'm going to give you the tools, and Canadian 12 is that tool. I'm going to give you the tool to get yourself rescued. And if $50 is what it takes to assist you on the road to rescue, then I'll gladly give that $50. I don't want it back. Anil asks here, we use one email in the family. How do we prove that we are different individuals in one family and the same house? What do you mean with one email, Anil? Just type out so they can get to that comment a bit later. How many investments can we run at the same time? Dylan, according to the strategy of $2,472 and the one of $7,992, it works out on 12 investments. On my own profile this morning, I had 25 open investments. 25 of them. There's a few big ones. I did one of $320 worth of TRX yesterday. But I've got a huge amount of TRX. I've got, I think, 3 Bitcoin investments, small amounts, 30, 30, and 20. And then I've got a lot of TRC20. My total investments, open investments, is 25. That means 2 disappears every day on average. And I just make sure that I add more at the beginning. I've decided yesterday to invest more TRX. So I exchanged a lot of TRC20, a huge amount, I think $700 for TRX. And I invested that $320 TRX, and the other money, the others I kept for today. At one stage, Dusty was up to 21. I think Dusty's got now 18. So there's no limit on the amount of investments. If you want to do investment every hour for a day, 24 hours, you can do 24 investments. Let's say you get small bits of crypto coins somewhere. Let's say TRX. And you get like $20 or $30 at a time. And it keeps on coming in during the day, but you're not sure that the next bunch is coming. So, right, I've got $30, let's invest. Now, suddenly, an hour later, you receive another $30 and you want to invest that again. You can immediately invest that. All that happens, you're going to get a lot of payouts in the next 12 days, because in every hour, you're going to get a payout. One of the best feelings in life is when I open up my profile and that red little bell says 9+, that there's more than 9 messages. And I sometimes go to page 5 or 6 before I read through all the messages. I read everything. One of the best feelings is that little red bell coming on. It's one of the most beautiful feelings. I don't even look at what amount is available to withdraw. I look at the messages, and I'll see, oh, there's a tier 3 person now suddenly on board. Yes, we got another one that eventually decided to join us, and that makes our team stronger. Not only my team, but the people under me who they sign up under. Okay, so that's about the amount of investments. Okay, Lester understands. Dylan, 5 investments is a good start. Get it up to 12. Dylan, the reason why I started Bitcoin investments is a lot of my downline invested Bitcoin. So I started getting affiliate bonuses in Bitcoin, but not really that much that I felt it was worthwhile because of the cost of Bitcoin transfers to withdraw it. So I decided to put some Bitcoin in. I've only got 3 Bitcoin contracts. I think it's one for 30, another one for 30, and one for 20. So that daily little bit of income that you get supplements the affiliate bonus that you get. So I can withdraw $30 at a time. And $30 I can then put back on the new contract. But what I also do with my Bitcoin, about roughly half of what I take out, I transfer to fiat currency, because that is paying my rent and a little bit of food that I buy and Dusty's snacks and whatever we eat. So I use my Bitcoin to withdraw that. I'm going to have a few big expenses this month, maybe $100 or $200. I'm going to do some of my TRX. I'm going to transfer some of my TRX to fiat currency. The way that you manage that, but don't be scared of TRX. It's a good coin. It's not that stable as TRC20, but it is stable enough that you can invest in it. It's not going to give you much of a difference over a period of 12 days. So get yourself some TRX and load it, or take some of your profits. Do you have a downline yet? Yeah, Amanda says that Tron is the easiest. I spoke to Lisa yesterday, and I transferred on Trust Wallet. It's a huge process to transfer your TRC20 to Tron. So I sent my USDT20 to Lisa, and I spoke to Karina and Mickey. I said, can I transfer your TRC20 as well? They said, fine. I transferred it all to Lisa. She transferred TRX back, and I invested mine and Dusty's, and yeah, I think Karina also did hers yesterday, and Mickey did hers this morning. So they've got more TRX contracts now. Not exactly the same value yet as the TRC20, but they do have Tron contracts now as well. Okay, right. Any other questions? It looks like everybody's happy. If you can unmute yourself and ask any question, we still got time. Or is there anybody else that wants to type? My voice is going again. People get used to the different wallets. I had a bit of a discussion yesterday with Christina. We must use the right terminology. A cold wallet. Exodus is not a cold wallet. Remember that. A cold wallet is a device that you plug into your computer and you store your crypto on there. It's a removable device. Exodus and Trust Wallet is classified as a secure wallet. And then you've got things like Binance and Coinbase, Vala, Luna, all those things. That is a hot wallet. It takes time for those transfers to go through. That's why C12 frequently say, they use the term cold wallet, but it's actually a secure wallet, like Trust Wallet, who goes fast, or Exodus, who goes fast. And then you've got a cold wallet, which is a physical device where you store your crypto coins on. But that is, Lisa will have to do some training on explaining how to use those devices as well. With everything that you use, there's always a bit of risk involved. Right. Okay, Lester, yeah. Are you leaving the call, Lester? All right, any other questions? Before I'm going to ask a few people to give us feedback on their experience on Canadian 12. Right, it looks like the questions are done. All right, let's see who we're going to ask first. Sure. Heidi, do you have customers with you, or can you talk quickly?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was just going to apologize. I'm listening in the background and I have got customers. So ask your hand so long.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Then we won't harass you. Let's find somebody else. Mel, tell us about your experience on Canadian 12 so far. How long have you been on, and how is the withdrawals going, and how is the reinvestments going?
Hi, everyone. All right, so my experience with Cornelian, I started with $25, which Stefan graciously sponsored me with. So that initial contract is expired now, but at this moment I've got 4 running, and tomorrow I'm going to withdraw again and reinvest on Thursday morning. But so far everything is going smoothly. I've got no problems. I do not have a team yet. Hey, Manje Ross. I do not have a team yet. I've got only one on my downline. But she's already having people that's interested. So what we're going to do, I'm going to have a Zoom call tomorrow morning with the people that's interested. And then I'm going to explain Cornelian to them and see if I can help them because they're interested to invest. So then I'm going to try and help them tomorrow. That's it.
Good, thank you for that. Right, yeah. Dylan, must I speak to you in a Scottish accent? Who says Scottish is not one of my best languages? But I'll give you a chance to prepare better English next time. All right, thanks for that, Mel. I want to see who else started building quite fast. Ilana, tell us about your experience on Canadian 12, please.
Hi, Stefan. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 active investments at the moment. I started with $30. I am tomorrow for the first time putting in $39 in one. It was 2 days earnings, but I'm starting to get to the point where I can invest every day, which is exciting because then it grows faster. So I'm very happy, and I would recommend it to anybody. It's wonderful.
Once you hit that daily withdrawal mark, then the magic starts. The magic of compounded interest. That's where it starts. Daily withdrawals. And that's also the point, if you're in urgent need of money, where you can decide on a number, 10%, 20%, whatever you want to keep back. The important number to remember for reinvestments to keep on growing is 69.44%. If the bare minimum that you put back is 69.44%, your contract or your investment value will stay the same. If you put back 80%, you're growing at 10%. So there's still growth. So if you urgently need a bit of cash and you're not going to reinvest everything, make sure that it's at least more than 70% that you reinvest so that you can keep on growing. Right, Amanda, please share with us your experience on Canadian 12. Amanda is not unmuting.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
This is a bug. This platform gets under your skin. You can't wait every minute of the day, a working day, for a change. I love that the platform shows your withdrawals, your deposits, and how it works every day. The communication that you get from the platform with your investment is next level. I'm at home the whole time, don't have anything to do with myself except for keeping track with C12. No, it's awesome system, very awesome.
Thank you for that. Yeah, like I said before, it took me a few days to register, but once I realized how it's working, and we got a few people loaded and then started to build the teams, and then well, we've got a lot of lineages working in different directions, but I can't keep track of everything. I know that Johannes is under Heidi, and Heidi is under me, and he's building a huge team. And then we've got some other people on who was this morning, just went over the $100,000 mark for his group. I can't even remember. He's been building slowly but surely. He's definitely in the top 20. Who's that?
I think it was Yapi.
Yapi, yes, that's right, Yapi. He's definitely in one of the top 20 groups at this stage. And it's good competition. People, make sure you don't stare yourself blind against group performance. Every single individual is important. I found somebody that I saw on a screenshot that the person sent to me about their level 3s, who had a small amount of, I think, $30 in at one stage, and they registered quite early. And I recognized the username, and I phoned this person. I said, what happened? Are you not reinvesting? And he said he had some urgent medical expenses. I said, young man, what exactly is the issue. He said, well, all the medical expenses is covered. He took out all his profit, but he don't have anything now to add. He can only add month end. I said, I'll put some money in for you so long. So I put in $30 for him just to get a start again. That sense of helping somebody who wants to be part, but for some other reason they had to use the money for some other things, just to get him back into the cycle. I'm not ever going to worry about that $30. You will play it forward to somebody else in future. That's how life works. But that is what makes something like this worthwhile. The fact that we've got good support from the administrators and that they allow us to build teams and build a community. Yes, I'm going to demolish the one group now soon, because somewhere, and we can't find, we went through the list this morning, Lisa and myself. I gave her a few names to contact and to just get a bit more information, but somewhere we've got nasty elements in that group. So over the next few hours, I will move everybody to the new group. You will be added by myself. There's no links. If anybody sends out a link, I will name and disgrace you up to hell and back. I will even take you into hell to go see if you can be brave enough to kick Lucifer on the butt. Who is willing here to go walk into hell with me, to go kick that nasty individual? Yes, Dylan is in. Dylan, I'll go to war with you.
All
I
right,
see.
let's have that. Two-man army.
Good. Right, if there's no more questions and no more feedback, is there anybody else that wants to give a bit of feedback? Miria, you're very quiet today. Do you want to say something?
Do I want to, or should I? Or hello, Stefan. Hello, everyone. Yeah,
That's your own
C12.
choice.
Okay, I can say a few words. C12 is great. I started, if I'm not mistaken, on the 6th of February with $12. And in between, I have added 2 little bit bigger amounts, but other than that, it's grown by itself. And I think I've got 13 active investments at the moment. And I told just a couple of friends about C12, and I've got a team of 22, I think, on the 3 levels. And their total investment is about just under 17,000, I think. So yeah, and I invest, I withdraw and reinvest every day. So it's going well. I'm grateful, very grateful.
Good. Yeah, building slowly but surely. Yeah, Lester also said he's in. Yeah, there's a few of you who's willing to go to hell to go sort out Lucifer. All right, if there's nothing else, we've already been on 50 minutes. Thank you for attending. Recording will be up soon. My connection is running at 95%, so I'll be able to upload quite fast, and then let people know to watch the recordings. And if there's any questions in the new group, ask and you will be answered. I don't think I loaded Andrew yet. I will load him next, and then after that I will go through the messages. I should be able to get everybody that asked before 6 o'clock into the group by roughly 7 o'clock tonight. Have a good afternoon. Have a good morning for if there's any Americans on. For the people on the eastern side of the world, have a good evening. And see you next week on Tuesday, same time. Unmute yourself, shout bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Stefan.
Bye,
everybody. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Good night.
Good.
See you next time.
Bye, Dylan.
Right, Captain Stefan. Enjoy now, bud. Till the very next one.
Thank you.
Right. See you later, mate.
See you then. Okay.